everyone, it's Jasmine from the Moorpark College Student Health Center, and it's time to get vaccinated. Let's talk about diversity in the COVID-19 vaccines. To be honest, in the past we know that public health has had some major equity fails. And Tuskegee was an example of public health at its worst, and marginalized communities do not always trust experiments because they either feel like they've been left out of data or have been experimented on. But science and public health are committed to learning from past failures to be more equitable. For instance, Moderna established a diversity advisory board that met weekly to review goals, challenges, and opportunities for people of color. And Pfizer conducts systematic reviews of all clinical trials to work on including diverse populations and to work towards removing barriers to participating in trials. Johnson & Johnson indicated that they partnered with Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health to better understand how COVID-19 affects different communities in the United States. So although this doesn't get to the heart of everything, vaccine clinical trials are attempting to include more diversity in their demographics. For instance, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine clinical trial demographics are as follows: 62% white, 17% Black or African American, 8% American Indian or Alaska Native, 5% multiple races, 4% Asian, and 0.3% Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander, and 45% Hispanic or Latino. And Pfizer clinical trials included 82% white, 10% African American, 4% Asian, 3% other races, and less than 1% Native Hawaiian or Pacific Islander, and less than 1% American Indian or Alaska Native. And 26 reported to be Hispanic or Latina. And for Moderna, 79.4% white, 20% Hispanic or Latino, 9.7% African American, 4.7% Asian, and less than 3% of other races or ethnicities. So although this doesn't undo all of the past history, and there's a lot of trust to build back with marginalized communities and public health, the vaccine clinical trials did try to take all of this information into account and to build a more diverse clinical trial base so that all people could feel like they were included in the data. So stay tuned for another dose.